Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. As promised, I'm going to do a syllabus and a course schedule review for this check-in. Again, the material is not due till this week, so you've been working right on your material already. Most of you have. So your initial post, just a reminder for your discussion board, is going to be due April 2nd, and your reply is due the 6th. So you have plenty of time to get your work done. But from that perspective, let's take a look at our course syllabus and course schedule to make sure that we're on track for what we should be doing. All right, I'm going to open it real quick. Hopefully you can see that. Let me adjust the screen so you can see a little bit better. One second. Standard here in relation to what you need to look at from a course syllabus, course description, all that kind of good stuff, just the standard things. So one thing that I want to mention, students are not allowed to use AI or machine learning tools such as ChatGPT on assignments in this course. I'm going to let you know I can easily spot when someone uses ChatGPT. And when we do, or any other language model for that, Gemini or Grok or whatever, when we do our communications paper, there's actually a checker. So when I put it in Safe Assign, I can see if someone's used AI, so don't use AI. Now, I have used AI to generate ideas, so if I put some information in AI and say, hey, what are some thoughts regarding this? I can have it help me, understand things better. That's totally fine. We just can't use it to write our material. So just don't use it to write your material. It's easy to spot. It sounds like a robot, to be honest. Over time, it'll get better, but it's not anywhere near where it should be in comparison to a writer. Of course, the expectations are you got to be in attendance, which means you got to get your work done. That's what attendance is in this class. You got to participate in discussions, right? We have a discussion board. You got to work through those. Participate in activities, our assignments, and our tests, and demonstrate the ability to pass each skill from the perspective of communicating effectively, which we're going to do together. And you have to get at 77% or better. All right, I'm not going to go through all these little details, but you guys know this from other classes too, but here's the important thing that you should really note. I'm going to get my highlighter out again. You got an APA presentation, that's 25% of your grade. We talked about that. More to come on that. Your homework, they have one due this week, right? They're all 2% each, right? So you have 10 that amount to 20% total. PPS is 15%, right? Your PPS score participation is going to be 15%. So if you're missing one thing and you also miss PPS because of it, that's going to be a big impact on your grade. Discussion board, 1% apiece. You got 10 of those at 10%, and then your final exam is 30% of the grade, all right? You got a normal grading scale here, so take a look at that when you get a chance. It's not easy to use this little highlighter, but yeah, that's the course syllabus. If you have any questions related to that, don't hesitate to let me know. I'm going to open the schedule real quick. All right, I'm not going to open the other document. We have a lesson plan which has a lot of the same material in it. This is just a quick reference. Now it is subject to change, so if there's any issues, I might change something. So take a look at it when you can. And there's some extra supplemental videos in here that you can take a look at on your leisure. I didn't really put a lot of links in the lesson plan or in the schedule, but for the first couple I did. So take a look at that when you get a chance. But that's just the same thing that you're going to find in your course content. It's really hard to get URLs to match up. So if you find that some of these URLs might have issues or might not be there anymore, I might have to reroute it. So just let me know. But everything should be the same as your course content. There shouldn't be any differences last time I checked, which is when I was building the class. So, and I'll try to check the week prior as well for an upcoming week. So we're in week 1 right now. It's an extended week. All that information about your homework and your discussion posts are right there. A little bit of information about the topic. When we jump into week 2, which will be next week, you're going to have effective communication, verbal and nonverbal, which of course will open Saturday of next week, and then our homework will be due on the 13th of April. And as you can see, you go through the given weeks, and we got a lot of things that we're talking about. Once we get to week 5, we're going to talk about the writing process, writing essays, APA, And week 6 is the same thing, APA, and then week 7 is the same thing, APA. So APA is going to be a critical part of success in this class. So just keep that in mind. We're going to learn how to write effectively, and that is coming soon. All right. Your APA presentation is going to be due in week 10, 6/8, so June the 8th. So you got plenty of time, right? It's March 29th right now. Plenty of time to get that done, and don't stress about it. That's 25% of your grade. All right. Into class is in July, so July 8th. That's when our final exam will be due. So that's a little bit about the course schedule. All right, let's pop back into class. You guys are participating in the discussion boards. You got everything going right from the perspective of this class. Make sure you get your work done on time this week. Remember, it's an extended week. We're still in week 1. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Still in week 1 for this next week. And again, keep up the great work. It was great to meet all of you, and I look forward to continuing to talk to you as time goes on. Thanks so much.